The Great Depression is a significant chapter in American history, a period marked by unprecedented financial turmoil and widespread suffering. Yet, it remains a largely misunderstood event. This video seeks to dissect the anatomy of this financial disaster, unearthing the roots of the crisis, the effects on American society, and the lessons learned from this economic meltdown. Uncovering the roots of the financial collapse, as America reveled in the exuberant spirit of the Roaring Twenties, a period marked by fervent speculation and rampant consumerism. The economic ground beneath was crumbling. The agriculture sector, already steeped in recession, was overlooked while the euphoria of credit expansion fueled spending. The vast wealth was concentrated in the hands of the few, creating an imbalance that was unsustainable. This prosperity was nothing more than a beautifully decorated facade, masking the frailty of the economy beneath. As the giddy heights of consumer confidence began to dip, it set off a cascade of events, the ramifications of which we still feel today. The foundation of sand, on which the Roaring Twenties was built, was washing away, setting the stage for the financial disaster that would become known as the Great Depression. The stock market crash, a fateful fall. It's the Roaring Twenties, and the stock market is on a breathtaking climb. From 1921 to 1929, the market balloons by an eye-popping 500%. Investors are euphoric, their confidence bolstered by the exhilarating ascent of their stock portfolios. Then, the unimaginable happens. It's October 1929, and the stock market, like a fallen star, takes a drastic plunge. This devastating event, known as Black Tuesday, rings the opening bell of the Great Depression. Overinflated stock prices, divorced from the real economic value, could no longer hold their own weight. Investors are seized by panic, a panic that rapidly spreads, gripping the nation. In just one short month, the stock market loses 40% of its value. This sudden and dramatic fall serves as the painful reminder of how the frenzy of speculation can lead to devastating outcomes. The curtain falls on the Roaring Twenties, setting the stage for a decade of economic despair. Before we continue with our adventure, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell not to miss future videos every week. Let's get back to the video. Banking crisis, a domino effect. Banks, once the unshaken pillars of trust and stability, now teeter on the brink of ruin. Their foundations made shaky by heavy investments in the volatile stock market and risky loans for stock purchases are about to crumble. A lack of federal protection for bank deposits throws fuel on the fire, sparking widespread bank runs as panicked customers scramble to withdraw their money. The financial tremors become an earthquake, toppling one bank after another in a relentless domino effect. By the grim dawn of 1933, a staggering number, more than 11,000 of the nation's 25,000 banks, have collapsed. The dominoes have fallen, the banking sector lies in ruins, and the trust of the public is shattered. Worldwide impact, not just an American tragedy, and when the American economy sneezed, the world caught a cold. The American financial contagion rapidly spread beyond its borders, carried by the international gold standard that closely intertwined the world economies. As America's financial health deteriorated, the gold standard transmitted the economic virus across the globe. The effects were startling and brutal. Skyrocketing unemployment rates became an international phenomenon, global trade nosedived, and an alarming wave of poverty washed over countries far and wide. No longer was the Great Depression a solitary American tale of woe. It had morphed into a global tragedy, a shared saga of economic despair. The world had become a stage where all nations played out their own grim versions of the Great Depression. Government response. Efforts to stem the crisis. The magnitude of the crisis left the American government grappling with an effective response in the initial stages. The turning point came with the arrival of President Franklin D. Roosevelt and ushering in of the New Deal. This was a transformative program of unprecedented scale, designed to reboot America's economic engine. It marked a pivot towards an interventionist approach to governing, with the introduction of a wave of financial reforms, regulatory measures, and an ambitious slate of public works projects. These programs breathed new life into the stagnant economy, working to stabilize the shaky ground and soothe the wounds inflicted by the Depression. Under Roosevelt's determined leadership, the government rolled up its sleeves and got to work, ushering in a new era of proactive governance and strategic economic intervention. Thus, amidst the most challenging of circumstances, the government stood tall, offering a ray of hope in a time of widespread despair. Legacy of the Depression. Lessons learned. The seismic shock of the Great Depression echoed through the halls of economic theory and financial regulation, leaving an indelible mark that continues to influence the world today. Underscored the imperative for a robust regulatory framework for financial institutions, setting in motion sweeping reforms that redefined the global financial landscape. The desperation of the unemployment lines and the stark reality of poverty-stricken families heightened the recognition for social safety nets. These transformative measures, born out of a time of widespread economic despair, have since served as the bedrock for policies aimed at mitigating economic inequities and preventing financial meltdowns. The hard-earned lessons of the Great Depression provide a roadmap for navigating economic storms, allowing us to steer the ship of our economy away from the dangerous icebergs of financial catastrophe. Yet, we must be ever vigilant, for as we know, history has a way of repeating itself. Only by understanding and remembering the lessons of our past can we fortify ourselves against the financial crises of the future. Indeed, the legacy of the Great Depression is a beacon, lighting our path forward in the world of finance and economics, including thoughts, reflecting on the past, preparing for the future. As we journey back in time and traverse the harrowing landscape of the Great Depression, we gain valuable insights. This dark period of history, peppered with stories of hardship and resilience, offers us a treasure trove of lessons, which serve as stepping stones to guide us through future economic tribulations. By peeling back the layers of this financial catastrophe, we not only understand the devastating effects of economic imbalance and rampant speculation, but also learn to recognize the early warning signs. The echoes of the Great Depression remind us of the importance of responsible fiscal policies, stable financial institutions, and the dire need for economic safeguards. As we reflect on the past, we arm ourselves with the wisdom to face future challenges. The path ahead may be riddled with uncertainties, but armed with the knowledge of the past, we stand prepared, ready to navigate the unpredictable seas of economic vicissitudes. It's a journey that constantly unfolds, teaching us, testing us, and ultimately making us stronger. And while history has a tendency to loop itself, we have the power to learn, adapt, and write a different future. As we carry the torch forward, we do so with a vigilant eye on the rearview mirror, always learning, always preparing. Repercussions in modern society. The haunting echoes of the Great Depression still resonate in our modern society, subtly yet profoundly shaping our economic strategies, societal norms, and even our creative expressions. This devastating era underscores the vital significance of prudence in financial matters, both personally and politically. Its harsh lessons serve as guideposts as we tread the turbulent waters of economic uncertainties, guiding our decisions and actions. This historical period, with its stark reminders of fiscal instability and unbridled speculation, continually informs our strategies to navigate economic downturns today, and in all likelihood for generations to come. Ultimately, the Great Depression serves as a historical compass, pointing us towards fiscal responsibility and economic resilience. Its influence is seen in every facet of our society, a living testament to the enduring power of history. And there you have it, folks. If you stayed until the end, make sure to comment what you would like to see next on the channel. See y'all in the next video.